Driver is looking to join Rocky Warner, Chad Edwards, and Jeff Watson with a guaranteed starting spot in the Friday night portion of the Wonder World Short Track Championships. So the white flag coming out of the Speedway. Next time by, we are going to go green flag racing once again here in Sportsman competition. 30 laps the distance, and you got to imagine the heavy favorite sits in that 1J right now.
Well, who knows? 30 laps is a long way.
It is.
Rocky's good here, though.
Yes.
I mean, that's an understatement.
Yes.
Yes. Well, we'll see how it plays out. 30 laps is the distance as we look for Matt Burdick's green flag. And there it is. And we're racing off of turn number 4 as Connor Cleveland, Jackson Gill lead us into turn number 1 here on lap number 1. A.J. Miller right there with him. 3 wide behind him. Rocky Warner going to try the outside. He'll get the run. He's already up to 5th.
Working him down into turn number 3 and 4 for the first time. A.J. Miller going to go to the top side. Rocky Warner going to stay in the middle trying to get by the 37 of Chad Edwards up off by turn number 4. As they come down to click off lap number 1, it will be Connor Cleveland as your race leader. But keep an eye on Rocky trying to go up the middle through turn number 1 and 2 to try to take a spot away. But now they're 3 wide for just a split second up off of turn number 2 for second.
So Connor Cleveland leads the charge of that west end. A.J. Miller and Jackson Gill side by side through turns 3 and 4. A.J. Miller, he'll bring the 1J. Rocky Warner up to his back bumper. So they'll come together, nose to tail down the front stretch as they work that high lane. And now Warner trying to kind of work his way through the middle, getting into turn number 1 as the 37 of Edwards looks underneath of him now.
Those two are the top 2 in the point standings heading into tonight's racing action, and it's showing those two are going side by side, battling for position. Meanwhile, Jackson Gill going to switch lanes, go up to the top side, see if he can try to run down Connor Cleveland. Cleveland looking to hold on to the race lead, but he's got some heavy pressure coming behind him.
Yeah, here comes Rocky Warner now to the inside of A.J. Miller, side by side off at turn number 2, and just like that, Rocky Warner onto the podium as he goes by Chad Edwards and the 14 of Miller. Now Warner goes to the outside as the race at the front. Connor Cleveland, Jackson Gill as they come down. We've got one spun in the middle of turn 4. Darryl Nutting, I believe, around.
That is Darryl Nutting around up in turn number 3 and 4. The driver Camaro Slate, car number 42 machine, the Ninja, as we call him. As the yellow is out just 3 laps into this feature event, and that was going to sound to be pretty interesting up front because you had Jackson Gill trying to go to the outside. You were wondering maybe if Rocky would...
And we'll tweet all night if you got any questions. Feel free to tweet to me too, and we'll do our best to answer them. Sometimes you might not like the answer, but I'll do my best.
Don't tweet me. I can't do what you do on Twitter. I don't know. I also don't own a computer that has something to do with it.
You don't own a computer? It's like 2017.
Yeah, but when you work on 140 for 40 hours a week, you don't want to do it.
I hear you.
Well, anyway, we're going back to green. Connor Cleveland going to refire up off of turn number 4. 27 laps to go, and now Rocky on the outside lane going to try something, and he's going to go right up to the top end. It's wide open, and I think he's going to take this pretty quickly here. Not quite, though.
Connor Cleveland says, you're going to have to earn it. Jackson Gill comes back at him, and don't look now, Dave Marcuccilli charging up through in the Page Trucking number M1, and Marcuccilli and Warner, good friends off the racetrack, but you know how it goes on the racetrack, anything goes, and that time by, Warner sneaks in front. He is your new leader as Cleveland tries to rally down on the inside, hangs with him, pulls back in front on the back straightaway.
Connor Cleveland not gaining an inch as our 2 champions so far on the Sportsman campaign. Rocky in 2015, Connor in 2016. They're side by side up off of turn number 4. They come to the line this time to put 5 in the books, and Rocky is in the lead.
So Rocky Warner takes the advantage off at corner number 2. Then you'll have Cleveland in line. Chad Edwards, he's racing with Jackson Gill and Kevin Root. Kevin Root in the 34 machine making his way up through, and Jackson Gill just bobbled. He's going to lose a couple of spots as Marcuccilli and the Edwards 37 both scoot underneath him, so he'll fall all the way back outside the top 5 now with the number 60.
Kevin Root having a really good run now up to the number 3 spot from his 7th starting position as he's working on the outside lane of Chad Edwards, but Edwards going to get into a podium position now as he will sneak by in the 34 underneath them going through turn number 3 and 4 this time as they roll him off the corner, but Rocky starting to pull away from that 09 machine as they come down the front straightaway.
Yeah, Rocky Warner tuned up the Jake Spraker used car and truck car number 1J fresh off his Fonda Speedway Track Championship last night. Puts about a half straightaway back to the 09 of Connor Cleveland. Chad Edwards still there. Kevin Root working the high side. Dave Marcuccilli watching back there from spot number 5. Good 3-car battle for the runner-up spot as Root again tries to pinch his way between the 09 of Cleveland and the outside wall. Wasn't able to do it, but now he goes back to work up on the outside as he gets around Edwards here on the back straightaway.
Root completes the pass down the back straightaway. Marcuccilli still sits in 5th with this 3-car battle for 2nd, still heating up. Connor Cleveland on the inside. Edwards really going to try to make a move underneath him, but the door wide open on the outside. Now Kevin Root going to go to spot number 2.
So Root takes over the runner-up position in the FX Caprera. Car number 34 drives around Connor Cleveland and drives away on the back straightaway. And the 37 of Edwards, he's going to look to the inside of Cleveland now.
Car going around up off of turn number 2 and comes to a stop, but as that happens, Chad Edwards going to sneak by the number 3 spot and take that away, but I think that's going to come back.
I'm going to go with that's going to come back.
As caution is out onto the speedway.
That's the 11 of Jeff Taylor stopped over there. And then we come back on the 17th with AMA Motocross. So if you're a motocross fan over on the track off of turns 1 and 2, then our final event is for the modifieds will be on October the 3rd, the official kickoff to Super Dirt Week here. As we'll also have the Cold Cup for the 360 sprint cars and the Brogan Energy DIRTcar Sportsman
in that event. And then the Northeast Green Nationals just a couple of weeks away as part of our event. And the small block modifieds will be on hand as well. But looks like we're going back to Green Flag Racing. Here up off at turn number 4. Green flag out onto the speedway once again. Rocky going to reassume control as they bring him up through turn number 1 and 2.
052.
Kevin Root going to try something up on the outside lane to try to take that number 1 spot away as they bring him off the corner. RD3 going to make it a 3-wide battle. He's got Marcuccilli and Root right there. Mackey. And Root on the quarter panel screwing me up a little bit as they make their way down the back straightaway. And yellow coming out on the speedway as Steven Denton comes to a stop down in the front.
So I have that bull crap right there is
I can't claim it.
update 50-50 has not been claimed. So I'm going to neither.
And then I honestly am having trouble with the green cars in the backstretch. After RD3.
Yeah.
One of them's Jackson Gill, one of them's Ronnie, Pessolano, one of them's Scott Duell.
Yeah.
Don't ask me what order they're in. Green flag's coming back out on the speedway, though, as Rocky going to take control once again.
So Kevin Root going to look to the outside, though, into turn number 1. And Kevin's not going to let him get away just yet, but Rocky off with 2. He's got the Matt Shepard line working. That bottom lane, it just shoots him out in front. As A.J. Miller problems, he got up over the bank, but we sort them all out down the back straightaway. And off of turns 3 and 4, Kevin Root hanging right there with Warner as they come down the front stretch. So Warner good, but Root looks equally as good here as he continues to follow Warner now off of corner number 2.
As that happens, Dave Marcuccilli, Connor Cleveland and RD3 together, right with a UTICA involved as well. Yellow coming out onto the speedway, and RD3 almost went up and over.
A lucky break there for Connor Cleveland as well, sitting backwards, looking at most of the field. And okay, now he moves up. Huh. Well, they don't want to listen. That's normal.
I'm going to read this lineup one more time, so pay real close attention, Mike.
Yep.
$812, I gave her a $100 tip.
Well, we are ready to go racing.
Good, isn't it?
10 in, 20 to go.
Rocky Warner, Kevin Root up at the front of the field here, 10 in, 20 laps remaining, 1/3 of the way through. However, math, you want to do this. I'm not a math major, so I'm not going to try to go any further than that. But green flag is back out. Rocky going to reassume control at the front of the field. Keep an eye on Chad Edwards and Kevin Root, though. They're trying to make their way by.
So into turns 1 and 2, Marcuccilli right there side by side with RD3. That's the race for the 5th spot on the backstretch. And how about Matt Janczuk? Janczuk sneaking his way up through there. Struggled in his heat, making his way, though, into the top 7. And it's still, though, Rocky Warner and Kevin Root at the front of this field.
Janczuk started all the way back in the 17th starting position, up into the top 7. One of the top runners here at the UTICA Speedway for a number of times. And right behind him, Michael Sabia really working his way through. Going to muscle the 60 of Gill out of the way. RD3 trying to work his way up into the top 5 as well as the field starts to settle down behind Rocky. Rocky, he's still got Kevin Root right on his bumper.
Yeah, Kevin Root is not letting Rocky Warner get away, so he is hanging tough with Rocky Warner. And again, approaching halfway here, 12 in, 18 laps remain. Marcuccilli, meanwhile, battling with Chris Mackey. That's the race for the 4th spot. Down the backstretch, they'll go side by each into turn number 3. Marcuccilli dives down, comes in front, then drifts up, looks to catch the cushion off the number 4 corner. And Mackey to the inside, and Mackey's going to have that position at the line.
Marcuccilli going to dance it up off the cushion one more time as they work their way through the corner. As they're in the top 5 and right up one spot out of a top 5 run now. He's the 33X of Matt Janczuk, and he's starting to close in on Marcuccilli and Root as they race each other down near the west end.
And Marcuccilli again rolling it up on the high side. And off at turn number 4, can't quite get up there, and Mackey holds him off. And Matt Janczuk, he is watching that battle back there in the 6th spot. And Janczuk's starting to get things rolling here, as he always does, on the bottom. So he's trying to make it a 3-car party for the number 4 spot. Meanwhile, Rocky Warner on the cushion in turns 3 and 4. This time, cross flags, 15 in and 15 to go.
Rocky Warner, if he holds on these next 15 laps, will win his 8th career King of Dirt Series race on the tour. The next person has 2. Just to put that in perspective.
He's pretty good.
Yes. Down the backstretch, but then Kevin Root is losing a little bit of time, and we got yellow out onto the Speedway, car around, and actually comes to a stop down on the front straightaway. That will be
Jeff Taylor.
Jeff Taylor. All right, I don't know how you... Okay, now I can see how you saw that.
Because I'm awesome.
Sarcasm.
Nice crowd. Hopefully they stick around. How's your live thing doing, Matt?
Over 50.
So field going to work its way up off of turn number 3 and 4. Green flag back out onto the Speedway. Kevin Root trying everything he can to get by Rocky, and he was actually ahead of him as they come to the flag stand. Can he keep it up through the corner?
Rocky, this is where he's got the money corner for Rocky Warner on the bottom of corner number 2. Shoots back up in front of Kevin Root as they work down the backstretch. Yeah. Chad Edwards, meanwhile, side by side with the 3 of Chris Mackey. And look who's in the mix now as well, the 33 of Matt Janczuk. So Janczuk coming up through as well in the DNS detailing 33 ride as he works down on the bottom now to follow Edwards through turns 1 and 2.
They work their way off the corner. Janczuk trying to push his way to the inside, but Edwards not giving up that spot down the backstretch. But Janczuk with a great ride so far, 17th to 4th here with 16 in the books. Chad Edwards really starting to work on the inside to try to get to Kevin Root, but as that happens, Rocky's starting to pull away a little bit.
Down the home straightaway, Matt Janczuk working on Chad Edwards into turn number 1. They're door to door as they go into the corner. Edwards on the inside, Matt Janczuk up on the top side. The top of 2, just nothing there right now for Janczuk, but down here in turns 3 and 4, he seems to be very good on the high side. That's where Warner and your second place car of Kevin Root are making tracks as they work off of corner number 4. Edwards, at least for now, holds off the 33X of Matt Janczuk.
So Warner at the front, Root still sits in second, Edwards third, Janczuk fourth. Mackey sits 5th, 6th Marcuccilli, 7th David Schilling, 8th RD3, 9th Michael Sabia. Rounding out your top 10 is the 20 of Kyle Inman as they work their way through turn number 3 and 4. Janczuk still pedaling on that top side, really finding it through the west end of the Speedway as he closes in on Edwards.
Yeah, coming down the home stretch, Janczuk again going to try the top side of the Speedway, but he'll dime it off the corner and he'll catch the moisture through the middle as Edwards, though, continues to get away from him there in turns 1 and 2. Back at it, though, to get on the top, and we've got one around in turn number 1. Looks like it's the 22.
Jeff Watson.
And am I right on that?
You are correct.
All right.
I honestly, from that vantage point, and I should have known because there's no light on the top of the car, I thought it might have been forward.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Well, it's like green, that lime green color and black is the color of the year.
Yeah?
In Sportsman. Yeah.
You gotta get, well, yeah, name and no. Kyle Inman, you mentioned he currently running in the number 10 spot, started back in 21st on the grid, so Inman quietly working his way up tonight.
He's a multi-time winner out at the Genesee Speedway in Western New York.
So that's west.
Yep. Batavia.
Yep. Right where Genesee Community College is.
Sure. I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
All right.
Field's going to work its way up off of turn number 3 and 4. We go back to green. We'll see if Kevin Root's got a shot at Rocky. They come down even up into turn number 1 and 2, but let's see if Rocky keeps that money corner rolling.
And he does, right in the middle. He gets the drive off of turn 2, gets in front of Kevin Root, and then it's still Edwards back there in third, and then the 33X of Matt Janczuk. Janczuk works the high side through turns number 3 and 4. Still searching for a way by that 37 of Edwards. And off of quarter number 4, they come down there nearly side by side. And usually you can use the blue lights on top to tell who's who, but there's a lot of blue lights there in the front of the field.
Yes, those lights, they help but they hurt at the same time as they roll them down through turn number 3 and 4. Another car on the move here in the last few laps. David Schilling worked his way past RD3, now trying to work his way past Dave Marcuccilli as well as they come down to put 21 on the board. Meanwhile, Janczuk side by side with Chad Edwards.
He has been side by side with Edwards here for the last 5 laps, and now he'll again try the outside, and it looks like Matt Janczuk has found a way through turn 2. He gets a run. He's to the outside of Edwards. Into 3 and 4. Janczuk pounds the cushion. Marcuccilli follows him on the top side. As Edwards, Mackey, and the 20 of Schilling all work the low side. And finally, Matt Janczuk has gotten around the 37 of Chad Edwards. He'll take the third spot into turn 1. And just like that, he migrates his way right back down to the bottom of the speedway.
Now the question is going to be, I don't know if he has enough time to get to Rocky, but does he have enough time to get to Kevin Root? With just a few to go, it looks like he's closing in on him.
He's
a little bit quicker.
Oh yeah, going to try the bottom, and Janczuk, like Shepard, usually finds his way around the inner loop of this speedway. So just keep watching the 33X as the 34 of Root works the middle, and Root's kind of moved up a little bit off that bottom lane on the exit of turn 2 as well. Then you've got Edwards, Marcuccilli, the top 5 right now. Mackey 6th, Schilling 7th, Davis 8th, Sabia 9th, and still Kyle Inman rounds out the top 10. But they are all chasing the Flying Squirrel, the number 1J of Rocky Warner, and we've got a car around over there in turn number 3, and that one I can't see. 73 Chaffee.
That black and red up over the banking, you're definitely not going to see from our
I saw it spin, but I did not see who it was when that transpired.
Kevin Chaffee, long ride here.
Is the ultimate jinx.
Have you done that before?
Oh yeah, that's the ultimate jinx.
Oh,
you
boy.
never type the finish till the finish. For the last lap. So Rocky Warner, Kevin Root, front row. Matt Janczuk, Dave Marcuccilli, row number 2. Chad Edwards, Chris Mackey outside of him in row 3. Dave Schilling, RD3 in row, that's Ronnie Davis III in row 4. Mike Sabia, Kyle Inman, row 5. Green is out.
Down the front stretch, they drag race, and Janczuk trying to stick his nose in there, trying to get by Kevin Root. He's going to stick it right to the bottom up through turn number 1 and 2. Here's Marcuccilli up on the top side, looking to make it stick as they bounce off of turn number 2.
So battle is on for the lead now into corner number 3. Kevin Root has caught the 1J of Rocky Warner, Marcuccilli right there as they power their way off the west end here to complete lap number 25. It's Warner, Root, Janczuk, Marcuccilli, and the 3 of Chris Mackey, the top 5.
They work their way up off turn number 2 this time is now Chad Edwards going to get back behind Chris Mackey for that number 5 spot down the back straightaway. Matt Janczuk going to try to turn it up and try to get by that 34 machine of Kevin Root. And as that's happening, doesn't matter if it's the low side or the high side, Rocky's driving it right away.
Yeah, Rocky has got it figured out here as the laps click off. And 2 miles left in this one for the Flying Squirrel. Rocky Warner, the Jake Spraker used car and truck. Car number 1J, he has quickly put a half straightaway on the rest of the field as he goes to the high side of turn number 3, working the cushion now off of turn number 4 with 3 circuits remaining.
Warner comes down, puts 27 in the books. Then it's Kevin Root with Matt Janczuk literally all over the back bumper of that number 34 machine. Marcuccilli still trying to dance off the cushion, trying to get by Janczuk, and Janczuk slides up and takes his lane away. Don't I think he realizes he's there, but hey, it happens.
Yeah, it killed Marcuccilli's momentum because he got a huge run that time off the number 2 turn, and now he goes right back to it on the top side, and we've got a side-by-side battle for third. Marcuccilli there, Janczuk slides up in front, closes the door, 2 to go.
Marcuccilli continuing to work it up off the top side as they power it up off the corner. Janczuk that time, though, got a better run on the inside. He's still trying to pedal to get by Kevin Root down the back straightaway as they roll into turn number 3 and 4. White flag out on the speedway for Rocky this time by.
Final trip here around the UTICA Speedway for the Flying Squirrel into turn number 1. He parks it down on the bottom along the inner Uke tires. Off of turn 2, one more time down the back straightaway.
Warner going to bring him down off of turn number 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, for the 8th time in his illustrious career, he's going to go to KOD Sportsman Series Victory Lane as Rocky goes 2 in a row at UTICA Rome, or actually 4 in a row at UTICA Rome on the tour, 2 in a row on the series. Kevin Root going to finish in second. Third will be The 33 of Matt Janczuk, 4th. The M1 of Dave Marcuccilli and Chad Edwards going to round out your top 5.
So that one took a bit to get to the end, but as has been the case in the past, it was the 1J of Rocky Warner bringing it to Utica Speedway Victory Lane. And we'll get a brief word with him here as the cars will stop here on the front straightaway. Rocky Warner, Kevin Root, Matt Janczuk, your top 3 here for the King of Dirt Sportsman. And Mike Warren going to make his way down there. King of Dirt 3 Pro Stocks next, then the 358 series is on tap after that one. But nice run there by the number 1J of Rocky Warner, getting the thumbs up here from Tyler Chump in the 9X as well. As the media makes their way over, they'll grab some shots of the 1J here in Victory Lane, and we'll continue to roll with our program here. Again, 30 laps up next for the Pro Stocks, and we'll cap it all off with 35 laps for the 358 Modifieds. Mike, I see you're just about down there, so I will send it down trackside to you.
Up out of the car, the winner of tonight's race here at the Utica Speedway on the Sportsman, the Flying Squirrel, Rocky Warner. He brings us down here to the DKM Fabrication Victory Lane, brought to you by R3 Graphics. Down here in front, and we've come to the Utica Speedway 4 times. In King of Dirt fashion, this is his 4th trip to Victory Lane. 4 straight for the Flying Squirrel. We're going to come over, get a quick word with him. As car owner Jake Spraker down here in Victory Lane, you know he's happy. Definitely. Rocky going to work his way over down in front. Well, aren't you glad I didn't jinx you in Victory Lane Tuesday night now?
Yeah, definitely. I thought you were trying to with all these yellows and 75 laps under each yellow when there's nobody on the track. I don't know what was going on, but I'm just glad the outcome was right.
Another big win for you, and it seems like you just got this place figured out.
Yeah, the track is awesome. We were down by half a second, I think, in the heat race and time trials, and you know we got a kind of good feature set up here, and I didn't really get too worried about it. You know, you always think about it, but you know, you just got to do your homework. And like I said, we've been here enough times that we know what to do in the future.
Got to have some people you'd like to thank, starting with Jake right over there.
Yeah, obviously Jake, Nancy, they give me awesome equipment to be able to do what I do. I can't say it enough. You know, I mean, it might sound repetitive, but they're absolutely awesome. All my fans that come up watch us in the 358. I mean, there's probably 50 to 100 people over in a little group, and hats off to them guys for making a long trek and watching us. And Fox and Fastline, Extreme Performance, Mike Walton, Bruce do an awesome job for us. Catalytic Recovery, Mike, Wendy's at Johnstown, Gloversville, Atomic, iBox Springs, Jones Pulley Systems. There's a bunch of them I'm probably forgetting, but thank you to all the fans that stayed and watched us, and I appreciate it.
All right, Rocky, congratulations. We'll see you back out here in a little bit. Rocky Warner picking up the win in tonight's Sportsman feature event. Come over quick and talk to our second place finisher tonight, Kevin Root. Kevin, a great run out there for you. Almost had him a few times off the restart.
Yeah, I wasn't going to get him. He's a class of the field. He's tough to beat everywhere he goes, especially these two guys, their home track. So just to be in between them, that's a good run for us.
Got to have some people you'd like to thank.
Yeah, I got to thank FX Pro Honda, Slack Kart, Scott Jeffries Performance, Atomic Rats, Bicknell Racing Products. We just came out with this frame last week, and it's been lights out. And Jeffrey Machine, I'm sure I'm going to forget somebody, but I got my little crew chief, 9-year-old right there, Nicholas. He came to the racetrack with me tonight, so it's just me and him. And for us to run second to these two guys, we're very happy.
All right, Kevin, congratulations. Kevin Root, our second place finisher. We're going to step over and talk to Matt Janczuk as well. Matt, I know third's not what you wanted, but from where you had to start, you got to be pretty happy with it.
Yeah, I'm super pleased. You know, our time trial didn't go very well because I don't think I had a couple guys in there in the hot laps that I don't think understand what we were supposed to be doing, so they pulled up side of me, which set us back right from the get-go. But to come out third, we had a really good car tonight.
I know you got some people you'd like to thank as well.
Yeah, just my whole crew, DS Detailing, my wife, everybody, all the fans that come out tonight. This place was packed, which was awesome.
All right, Matt, congratulations. Matt Janczuk, our third-place finisher, so Rocky Warner with his 8th win total on the 2017 season. We finish up down here in DKM Fabrications Victory Lane, brought to you by R3 Graphics. As Pro Stock's coming out on the Speedway next, we'll send it back up top.